The full moon in Virgo is here, and it's not just another phase in the sky. This moment holds energy so potent, so transformative, that ignoring it would be like turning your back on a door that's finally opening for you. Right now, the universe is speaking directly to you, urging you to pause, to listen, and to prepare yourself for what's coming. This isn't just about astrology or cosmic alignment. This is about you, your path, your choices, the emotions stirring within you. The Virgo full moon brings clarity, often the kind you didn't even know you needed. It reveals truths, uncovers patterns, and demands your attention in the most unexpected ways. And if you're here, watching this right now, it's no accident. You're meant to hear this. There's a reason you've been feeling pulled towards something bigger lately, as if the threads of your life are finally weaving together. But what does this mean for you? And how can you harness this moment to its fullest potential? Stay with me, because what you'll discover in the next few minutes could change everything. The full moon in Virgo isn't just a celestial event. It's a cosmic spotlight shining directly on the areas of your life that demand precision, healing, and growth. Picture it as the universe holding up a magnifying glass, revealing cracks in your foundation that you may have been too distracted to notice. This isn't meant to unsettle you, it's meant to guide you. Virgo, the sign of meticulous detail and grounded wisdom, brings an energy of purification and alignment, urging you to clean house, both physically and spiritually. Symbolically, this full moon is like a mirror, reflecting not only your outer world, but the inner truths you've buried. Virgo's earthy nature calls for order, practicality, and purpose. This is your moment to assess what's serving your journey and what's holding you back. The moonlight doesn't lie. It will illuminate even the hidden corners of your soul. Emotionally, this energy surge can feel overwhelming. You might sense a push and pull between wanting to control everything and surrendering to the flow. But here's why this matters now. Virgo's full moon comes at a pivotal time, a moment where clarity is crucial. If you lean into its energy, you'll find the answers you've been searching for and the strength to make the changes you've been avoiding. Change can be unsettling, can't it? Especially when it feels like it's coming from everywhere all at once. Maybe you've noticed moments in your day when you feel unusually distracted, or perhaps certain memories or emotions have started resurfacing, almost as if they're demanding your attention. These aren't random occurrences. This is the energy of the Virgo full moon at work, an invitation to look closer, to feel deeper, and to begin asking yourself the questions that truly matter. Think about your daily life for a moment. How much of it feels intentional? How much of it feels like it aligns with who you are or who you want to become? It's easy to fall into routines, isn't it? Days blur together, and we convince ourselves that someday we'll make the changes we've been thinking about. But what if the full moon is here to remind you that someday doesn't exist? What if this energy is nudging you to realize that now is the only time that matters? Have you ever tried to organize a messy drawer? At first, it's chaos. Everything pulled out, scattered, overwhelming. But as you start sorting through it, you find things you'd forgotten about, things you no longer need, and even things you never realized were there. The process might feel exhausting, but by the end, there's clarity, simplicity, and peace. That's exactly what this moment in your life is like. This full moon is asking you to pull everything out of the drawer of your soul and examine it piece by piece. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? What treasures have you forgotten about that could bring joy or purpose back into your life? And then there are your relationships. The Virgo energy doesn't just stop at self-reflection. It extends to the people around you. Ask yourself, are the connections in your life lifting you up, or are they draining you? Are there unspoken words, unresolved tensions, or overdue apologies that need addressing? Relationships are like gardens. They require tending, or they wither. This full moon isn't about blaming yourself or others. It's about creating space for honesty, growth, and renewal. Perhaps you've been carrying old habits or thought patterns that keep you stuck in the past. Virgo's energy whispers, it's time to let them go. What would it feel like to release the weight of perfectionism or the fear of failure? To embrace progress, not perfection. To take small, deliberate steps toward the life you've always imagined, even if you're not entirely sure what that life looks like yet. As you sit with these questions, don't rush to find all the answers. Reflection is a process, not a race. Allow yourself the grace to simply be with your thoughts, to notice the emotions that arise, and to honor them without judgment. The beauty of this moment is that it's not about fixing everything overnight. It's about planting seeds of awareness and intention that will grow in time. So pause for a moment and reflect. What areas of your life feel cluttered, and what would it mean to clear them? What relationships need your attention, and how can you show up differently? And most importantly, what steps can you take right now? Small, manageable steps to align with the version of yourself that you know you're meant to be. This is your chance to begin again, not with force or urgency, but with intention and purpose. Virgo's full moon isn't here to overwhelm you. It's here to remind you of your power to create a life that truly reflects your values, your dreams, and your soul. Are you ready to take the first step? It's one thing to recognize the need for change. It's another to act on it. The Virgo full moon doesn't just reveal what's out of balance in your life. It hands you the tools to start fixing it. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest, the path ahead dimly lit by moonlight. You don't know exactly where it leads, but you can feel that stepping forward is the only way to move towards something better. That's where you are right now, standing on the brink of clarity and action. And while the path may feel uncertain, the full moon is here to guide you. Start by grounding yourself. Virgo energy is rooted in the earth, practical and deliberate, reminding you that every journey begins with one small step. Take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself. Inhale the possibilities. Exhale the doubts. There's power in slowing down, in gathering your energy before you act. When was the last time you truly paused and asked yourself, what do I need right now? Not what others expect, not what you think you should do, what you need. This is the first step toward alignment, listening to your inner voice and honoring its wisdom. Now think about the spaces you occupy, your home, your workplace, your mind. What do they look like? Are they cluttered, filled with things that no longer serve a purpose? Virgo calls for simplicity and order, not to restrict you, but to create room for what matters most. Just as you wouldn't plant seeds in rocky, unprepared soil, you can't grow in a space that feels chaotic or heavy. Start small. Maybe it's a single drawer, a corner of your room, or even a notebook where you can unload your thoughts. The act of clearing space, both physical and mental, is a powerful declaration. I am ready for something new. But clearing space isn't just about letting go of physical clutter. It's also about releasing emotional baggage. Picture yourself carrying a heavy backpack filled with regrets, grudges, and unresolved fears. You've grown so accustomed to the weight that you barely notice it anymore, but it slows you down with every step. The Virgo full moon asks you to set the backpack down, open it up, and examine what's inside. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Maybe it's an old grudge that saps your energy, or a fear of failure that keeps you from trying. What would it feel like to let that go? To walk lighter, freer? As you begin to release, take time to reflect on the habits that shape your daily life. Habits are powerful. They can either propel you forward or hold you back. Virgo's influence invites you to examine them closely, like a gardener tending to their crops. Are you watering the things that help you grow, or are you feeding the weeds? Maybe it's as simple as starting your day with a moment of gratitude or setting aside time each evening to reflect on what went well. Small, intentional shifts can create a ripple effect, transforming your life in ways you can't yet imagine. And don't forget the people in your life. Relationships are mirrors, reflecting back aspects of ourselves that we may not always want to see. Under the light of this full moon, ask yourself, which relationships feel nourishing and which ones drain your energy? This isn't about blame or judgment. It's about understanding. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others is to create boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls. They're bridges that ensure you stay connected to your values and your truth. There's no need to rush this process. Virgo's energy is patient and precise, reminding you that meaningful change takes time. Focus on progress, not perfection. Each small step you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is a step closer to the life you're meant to live. So, as you stand at the edge of that forest, remember, the moonlight will guide your way, one step at a time. Are you ready to take the next step? With the path ahead illuminated, it's time to deepen your steps. Change doesn't happen in a single moment. It's a series of deliberate, thoughtful choices that build on one another. Virgo's energy thrives on practicality, reminding us that transformation is less about grand gestures and more about consistent action. Imagine you're sculpting a block of marble. Each small, careful chisel brings you closer to revealing the masterpiece that's already within. This is your journey now, chiseling away what doesn't belong to uncover what does. One of the most powerful tools you can use during this time is self-awareness. Start observing the patterns in your life. What cycles seem to repeat themselves? Are there situations, conversations, or emotions that keep resurfacing? These patterns aren't here to torment you. They're here to teach you. The Virgo full moon shines a light on them, not as a critique, but as an opportunity to learn. Ask yourself, what is this pattern trying to show me? Where in my life am I being asked to grow, to shift, to let go? Awareness is the first step to breaking free from what no longer serves you. As you reflect, remember that self-compassion is key. Virgo energy can sometimes feel critical, like a magnifying glass that amplifies every imperfection. But this isn't about tearing yourself down. It's about understanding that those imperfections are part of your humanity. Think of a garden after a storm. Some plants may be damaged, others uprooted, but the soil is richer for the rain. You too are richer for the storms you've weathered. Give yourself permission to see the beauty in your scars, to recognize that growth often comes from the messiest, most uncomfortable places. This is also a time to set intentions. Intentions are more than wishes. They are declarations of what you want to invite into your life. Under the light of the full moon, take a moment to write them down. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to feel happier, try, I intend to spend more time doing things that bring me joy, like painting or walking in nature. These small yet powerful declarations act like seeds planted in fertile soil. And just like a garden, they require care and attention to grow. Now let's talk about trust. Trusting the timing of your life, the process of your growth, and the wisdom of the universe. It's easy to feel impatient, to want answers and results immediately. But Virgo's energy reminds us that patience is a virtue. Think of the phases of the moon. Each one serves a purpose, building toward fullness and then gradually releasing to make way for the new. Your journey is no different. Trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't always make sense in the moment. As you navigate this period of transformation, don't underestimate the power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. It's like adjusting the lens on a camera, suddenly bringing your blessings into sharper focus. Take time to reflect on what you're grateful for, not just the big things, but the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it gives you the strength to face them with a renewed perspective. Finally, remember that you are not alone on this journey. The energy of the Virgo full moon connects us all, reminding us that we're part of something greater than ourselves. Whether it's through journaling, meditation, or connecting with others who uplift and inspire you, seek out ways to feel that connection. Transformation doesn't have to be a solitary endeavor. As the moon's light begins to wane, let this be your guiding thought. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. Keep moving forward and trust that the universe is walking with you. The path is yours to create, one deliberate step at a time. The moment is here. Everything you've been feeling, everything you've been questioning, has led you to this exact point in time. The Virgo full moon doesn't simply shine its light on your life. It demands that you see, that you awaken to the truth of who you are and who you are meant to become. This isn't just another phase of the moon. It's a mirror, reflecting back your deepest desires, your forgotten dreams, and the potential that's been waiting quietly for you to notice it. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated, waiting for the right moment? How many times have you silenced your inner voice because you thought the world wouldn't understand, or worse, that you didn't deserve more? But now, under this cosmic light, there are no more excuses. The energy of this full moon is not gentle. It is urgent, insistent, and powerful. It's asking you to stop waiting and start moving. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. This is your turning point. The universe is calling you to rise, to step fully into the version of yourself that you've always known you could be. And yes, it's terrifying. Change often is, but think about the alternative. Staying still, staying the same, while the world around you continues to shift. What would it cost you to stay in your comfort zone? What dreams would you bury? What potential would go untapped? The energy of Virgo is not here to overwhelm you. It's here to empower you. It reminds you that transformation doesn't happen in an instant. It's built through consistent, intentional actions. You don't have to leap. You only need to take the first step. One step toward clarity, one step toward freedom, one step toward the life you've been quietly longing for. Because here's the truth. Every single step matters. Every choice, no matter how small, ripples outward, creating waves of change in your life and in the lives of those around you. So ask yourself, what do you want your story to be? When you look back on this moment, will it be the time you decided to settle, or the time you chose to rise? The Virgo full moon offers you a rare window of clarity and alignment. Don't let it pass you by. Use its light to illuminate the path you've been too afraid to walk. Use its energy to fuel the fire within you that's been waiting to ignite. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize the life you want. Not the life you think you should have, not the life others expect of you, but the life that sets your soul on fire. See it, feel it. Now, imagine taking one small step toward that vision. Maybe it's a phone call you've been avoiding, a boundary you need to set, or a dream you've been putting off. Whatever it is, commit to it right now. Say it out loud. I choose to move forward. The full moon in Virgo doesn't promise that the journey will be easy, but it does promise that it will be worth it. It's here to remind you of your strength, your resilience, and your limitless potential. You are capable of more than you've allowed yourself to believe. And this moment, this turning point, is your chance to prove it. Not to anyone else, but to yourself. So here's your challenge. Let this be the night you decide. Not next week, not next month. Now. Step into the light of this full moon and declare your intention to the universe. Write it down, speak it, feel it. Let this be the moment you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. The universe has opened the door. All you have to do is walk through it. Are you ready? The light of the Virgo full moon is already working within you. The clarity, the awakening, the call to transformation. It's all here, waiting for you to take the next step. This isn't just another lunar phase, it's a divine invitation to align yourself with the energy of growth, self-discovery, and purpose. Every moment you've spent reflecting, every choice you've considered, and every bit of wisdom you've received tonight has prepared you for this. Let's take a moment to reflect on what this energy has taught us. It's about recognizing the patterns that no longer serve you, breaking free from the cycles that hold you back, and stepping into a life of intention and authenticity. It's about understanding that change doesn't require perfection. It only asks for courage. It's about trusting that every small step you take today will ripple into something extraordinary tomorrow. Right now, the universe is handing you the tools for transformation. You've seen the power of Virgo's energy in offering clarity and discipline, in helping you see your life as it truly is, not as something to be feared or criticized, but as something ready to be shaped into your highest vision. You don't have to know all the answers yet. You only have to commit to the journey. Because if you don't take action now, if you let this moment pass, you risk falling back into old habits, into the same patterns that have kept you from growing, and you are meant for so much more. This full moon is urging you to take that first step. Write down your intentions tonight. Speak them into existence. What will you release? What will you welcome in? What will you choose to focus on as you move forward? Let this be the night you make a promise to yourself, a promise to honor your journey, to trust your growth, and to embrace the transformation that's already beginning. But transformation isn't a solitary act, it's a shared journey. You're not alone in this. Everyone watching this right now is feeling the same pull, the same energy, the same spark of possibility. Let's build a community around that energy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What are you letting go of tonight? What are you stepping into? Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. And if this message has resonated with you, don't let it end here. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a moment of guidance, inspiration, and cosmic alignment. Share this video with someone who might need to hear these words, someone who might be standing at their own crossroads, wondering if now is the time to change. Together, we can create a ripple effect of transformation that reaches far beyond tonight. Before we part, let me leave you with a glimpse of what's coming next. The celestial shifts ahead hold even greater potential for growth and enlightenment. We'll dive into the powerful energy of the upcoming new moon, exploring how to set intentions that align with your highest purpose and tap into the infinite possibilities waiting to unfold. You won't want to miss it. So tonight, under this radiant Virgo full moon, make a choice. Choose growth. Choose clarity. Choose yourself. And as you step into this new chapter, remember, the universe is always guiding you, supporting you, and lighting the way. All you have to do is trust the path and take that first step. Are you ready to step into your light? Let's begin this journey together. Subscribe, share, and join the conversation below. Your transformation starts now.